This is exercise 1.4. The first question, classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. Classify the following numbers as rational numbers or irrational numbers. We have to find the difference of rational number and an irrational number. As we discussed in the definitions, the difference of a rational number and irrational number is always irrational. So 2 is a rational number. What is the value of root 5? The root 5 is 2.236067 and so on. So we have to subtract this value from 2, which is 2 minus 2.2360679 and so on. Because root 5 is an irrational number, so decimal expansion is non-terminating, non-repeating. So 2 minus 2.2360679 and so on is, the difference of these two numbers is equal to minus 0. This is the greater than 2. So 0.23600679 and so on. So the difference is an irrational number. So the decimal expansion is non-terminating, non-recurring. Look at the second one. 3 plus root 23 minus 23. Solution of this is, say simply, omit the brackets. Plus root 23 and minus root 23 is 0. So the answer is 3. So classify the following numbers as a rational or irrational. So this is a irrational. So minus 0.236760679 is a irrational. This is irrational. So difference of rational and irrational is always irrational. 3 plus root 23 minus root 23 is 3. This is a rational. Third one, 2 times root 7 by 7 times root 7. This is the quotient of two irrational numbers. The numerator is a product of rational and irrational, and denominator also product of rational and irrational. The product of a rational and irrational number is always irrational. This is simple. The quotient of two irrational numbers is a rational number. So 2 times root 7 by 7 times root 7. Numerator root 7 and denominator root 7 is cancelled. The remaining value is 2 by 7, which is a rational number. So 2 by 7 is a rational number. So the quotient of two irrational numbers is sometimes it may rational and sometimes it may irrational. It's not always irrational. In this case, it is rational. Look at the fourth one, 1 by root 2. To find the solution of this, so given value is 1 by root 2. So, to classify the given values rational or irrational, we have to rationalize the denominator. The rationalizing factor of root 2 is root 2. So multiply both the numerator and the denominator by its rationalizing factor. So 1 times root 2 is root 2 by 2. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. So what is the value of root 2? It is, so root 2 value is 1.4142 and so on by 2. So divide the numerator by denominator, that equal to 2 times 7, 0.7. 2 times 0 is 0, and again 2 times 7, and 1. 2 times 1 is 2, and so on, because it is a non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. So the value of the quotient of 1 by root 2 is 0.7071 and so on. So is this rational or irrational? It is a non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. So it is also irrational. Did you notice anything? The quotient of a rational number by irrational is irrational, and The quotient of two irrational numbers is a rational. Look at the fifth one. 2 times pi. Do you know what is a pi value? So this is the product of a rational and irrational number. The product of a rational and irrational number. Since we know that pi equal to 3.1415 and so on. So the pi value is 3.141592 3.141592 and so on, because it is non-terminating and non-recurring decimal. So multiplication of this irrational number by irrational number is 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 9s 18, 2 5s 10 plus 1 is 11, 2 times 2 is 2 times 1 is 2 and 1 is 3 and 2 4s are 8, 2 1s 2, place a decimal point and 2 3s are 6. So the product of 2 times pi is 6.283184 and so on. So the product of rational number and irrational number is an irrational. The first case, difference of rational and irrational is irrational, and in the second case, sum of two irrational numbers is 0, it is a rational, and quotient of two irrational numbers is a rational. In this case, quotient of a rational and irrational is irrational. Product of rational and irrational number is an irrational number. Get the second question. Simplify each of the following. Then how do we simplify? This is the product of two irrational numbers, because sum of rational and irrational is irrational number, and 2 plus root 3 is also their sum also irrational number. Solution. So by using the laws of irrational numbers, this is in the form of a plus b into c plus d. Since we know that root a plus a plus a plus b into c plus d equal to AC plus AD plus BC plus BD. By this rule, we can write this as 3 times 2 plus 3 times root 2 plus root 3 times 2, which is 2 times root 3 plus root 3 times root 2. Root 3 times root 2. Simplify this. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 3 times root 2 is 3 root 2 plus 2 times root 3 plus root 3 times root 2. This can be written as under root 3 times 2, which is root 6. This is the answer. Simplest form of 3 plus root 3 times 2 plus root 2 is 6 plus 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 plus root 6. Since this is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So this can be written as a square minus b square. By using this identity, here a is a equal to 3 and b equal to root 3. So a plus b into a minus b can be written as a square minus b square, which is 3 plus root 3 into 3 minus root 3 can be written as 3 square minus root 3 whole square. That equal to 3 square is a 9. Root 3 whole square means square and root gets cancelled, which is minus 3 that equal to 6. Next one, root 5 plus root 2 whole square. This is in the form of which is a algebraic identity a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square. From this identity, a plus b whole square can be written as a square plus 2ab plus b square. By this identity, we can write this as root 5 plus root 2 whole square equal to, here a is root 5, b is root 2. So a square means root 5 whole square plus 2 times ab. 2 times a is root 5 and b is root 2 plus b square. The b is root 2, which is root 2 whole square. In the first one, root 2 and square root is cancelled. Square and root is cancelled, which is 5 plus 2 times root 5 times root 2 is 2 times 5 2s are 10 plus 2. By simplifying this, 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 2 times root 10 is the simplest form of root 5 plus root 2 whole square. Now, root 5 minus root 2 times root 5 plus root 2. This is also in the form of a minus b times a plus b, which is a is a root 5 and b is equal to root 2. So, by this, a minus b into a plus b can be written as a square minus b square. By this identity, we can write root 5 times root 2, root 5 minus root 2 times root 5 plus root 2 is root 5 minus root 2 times root 5 plus root 2 is equal to, here a square, a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square, which is root 5 whole square minus root 2 whole square. Square and root is cancelled. So, which is root 5 whole square can be written as a 5 minus root 2 whole square can be written as 2, which is 3.